Good afternoon, everyone. Colin here from commercegurus.com. We're going to do a quick install of our latest WooCommerce theme called Suave or Suave Store. So the install process assumes you're starting with a blank new version of WordPress as of recording middle of February 2015. Latest version is WordPress 4.1. So I'm starting from the assumption that you've already got a blank WordPress setup. So you can see here we're just running 2015. So I'll just jump into the control panel. First thing we're going to do is upload the theme. So nothing unusual there. Go to Appearance, Themes, click Add New, and click Upload Theme, and you're going to choose File. Now the file you're going to choose is from the main Suave package that you download from ThemeForest. Now don't try and upload that zip file. You'll get that. Quite a common mistake for people new to ThemeForest is they'll attempt to upload that package file and get an error. Style sheet is missing. So it's actually within here. There's a folder called Theme Install, and in there you'll find Suave. That's it. That's the file you want to upload. So let's go ahead and upload that file now. Second thing about this file is that it'll take, depending on the speed of your internet connection, it might take a minute or two to upload. So the theme file itself is just over 10 megs. So if you're on a slower connection, wait a few minutes, go make yourself a cup of coffee. So once the upload completes, you'll get activate. Now, if you get an error at this point, it's because your host's file upload limit has been exceeded. So you might see something like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" You need to get in touch with your hosting company and get your upload limits lifted beyond 10 megs. If not, they might ask you to upload via FTP. So we'll go ahead and click Activate. Once we hit Activate, you get prompted to install some plugins that the theme recommends we use. So we just go ahead and click Begin Install Plugins. Now you can do this one by one. The quickest way is just selecting the bulk action here, which ticks all these guys, and then select Install. Again, you're on a slightly slower host. This could take a couple of minutes. If you're on a VPS or a managed hosting service, this should be quite quick. But basically what's happening here is that we have a plugin script which will go and get the relevant plugins for the theme and install them all instantly for you and save you a couple of minutes of work. So we'll just wait for that to complete. So you can see now all these plugins are installed. So I'll just go ahead and go back to the plugin installer, and now I'm just going to activate them all in one go. So we just click Activate, same as last time. This time we're clicking Activate. And that should happen pretty instantaneously. Okay, so now all our plugins are installed. Let's head back over to the dashboard. Now you may be prompted by WooCommerce, for example, to install some pages. We're not going to do that because we're actually going to do a demo content install as part of this installation process. So if you get prompted to install pages, just skip it, and we're going to see that now just in a moment when the screen loads. Okay, so here's the skip setup that I'm talking about. Just click him. Ooh. So once we click skip the setup of the WooCommerce pages, let's go on over to the demo data install. So you'll find the demo data install under Appearance, and then we see Import Demo Data. So I'm going to click the Import Demo Data button here, and this will take, again, depending on the speed of your host, this could take a minute or two. So I'm just going to kick off the import process here now. Now just click that once. The temptation might be to click this a couple of times if it appears to be slow. It's not. It's just going to, it's working away in the background. You just got to give it a minute or two. So I'm going to go ahead and just pause the video while we're waiting for the import to complete. So we're just resuming after the install or the import process has been completed. So you'll notice just down here you'll just see all done, have fun. That basically means that the import process completed without issue. As I said, on some hosts, particularly on someone like GoDaddy or HostGator, whose services slipped considerably in the last couple of years, this process may fail or may time out. In that instance, your best case is to switch hosts, quite honestly. You can contact GoDaddy or your host experiencing issues, but and maybe get them to increase your timeouts. But trust me, if your host can't handle a simple data import process like this, you're better off switching. You go to commercegurus.com, you'll find a lot of information about hosts that we recommend, particularly for WooCommerce. So let's assume that you didn't have any issues and that you're through the content import process. Our next step is just to go ahead and configure some of the pages that we want to see in the site. So we're nearly ready and done with the process at this point, but let's just close it out. So I'm just going to open up a few tabs here in the background. We're opening up the reading page, we're opening up the permalinks page, and we're going to open up the WooCommerce settings page. So in reading settings, I'm just going to set a home page. And Suave comes with a number of home pages, but for now I'm just going to ship the default one. And I'm going to set my blog page. And the next thing I'm going to do is to switch on permalinks. I'll just go with post name. All this is good. You don't really need to change any of this unless you're particular about it. And finally, we're going to go into WooCommerce settings. And you may remember earlier on in the install process, we skipped over the process of importing WooCommerce pages. That's because they've come in with this main content import. So now we just got to quickly assign them within WooCommerce itself. So just wait for that to open up. Okay, so we just had a little speed wobble there, but we're back in business now. So we've just loaded up the product settings page in WooCommerce. So just quickly, let's make that our shop. I'm going to go ahead and save that. You notice there's some saving. Suave will set default thumbnail sizes for your shop catalog, single product, and product thumbnails. So you don't need to change any of those. They're already preset upon activation. Let's go to checkout. And we'll just set our cart and our checkout pages. No need to set terms and conditions. And one more. We just set our My Account page. And that's it. Okay, so the last thing we want to do before your demo is ready is to just go into our layer slider, and we want to go ahead and import the demo slides that we provide with the theme. So you click import. And we'll just now dip in the Suave package again. You'll see a demo data folder. And there you'll see a zip file for layer sliders. Let's go ahead and import those. Dismiss this guy. Again, layer slider, demo slides can be quite big, could be 4 or 5 megs, so this could take a couple of minutes depending on your net connection and your host speed. And there's our couple of demo sliders. So now we just head back over to our demo front end URL again. We hit refresh. We should see most of our demo now in place. Okay, so the last thing we need to do here is just assign the layer slider to our home page. So I'll just click edit page. And you'll see now we're actually editing our home page now. So the whole thing's controlled via Visual Composer, which makes it really, really easy to manage your content. I'll just click edit on the first one, and then we'll select Suave default, hit update. Now we should see